Official data and statistics shows that the housing market was one of the worst investment that you could ever make in last 2 decades. If we compare statistics and data provided by Halifax, one of the biggest banks in the United Kingdom, that we can see that the housing market in the United Kingdom was one of the worst investment of all times compared to other assets. In last 2 decades, that was lots of money investing in housing market in the United Kingdom. Now the average house price in the United Kingdom, according to Halifax, is £299,000. However, there are also data showing that the average house price in the United Kingdom, according to other actually important sources, is 269 pounds per one house, average house price. The average house price in May 2025 was 296 according to the Office for National Statistics. Okay, so this is Office of National Statistics shows 269. The Halifax, this is a bank, so bank always want to show the higher price, because if the higher price is high, if the price is higher, then they can issue more loans, mortgages. They have better backup by the average house price, so the bank will not collapse. If they show that their housing portfolio in mortgages is lower than that, then they may have problem, so they must pump the prices. So always look at it that the data provided by banks may be a little bit different than the data provided by independent sources, like maybe, this is not independent because the Office for National Statistics is a government source, so government usually has even different data than independent sources. The National Office for National Statistics shows 269. The UK housing market Halifax shows 299. And what those data tells us? It says that actually the average house price even not haven't been growing enough and not reached even 100% rise since 2005. So in 2005, the average house price in the UK was approximately 177k. So 177k multiplied by 2 supposed to be 354 or something like this. Okay, and that means housing market is really in a bad situation. Why is this happening? Why this is a bad situation? You may think, I had a house in 2005 and now it is around 299 or 269. It is 80% more than 20 years ago. But in the same time, gold actually rose. You see, gold rose in the same time so high that actually housing market compared to real asset like gold dropped significantly, and dropped so much that actually it would be a loss of money, actually loss of wealth to invest in housing market in the United Kingdom. Please look at this chart, and this chart represents gold against GBP, so in British pound. In 2006, 1 ounce of gold was less than £300 per 1 ounce of gold, so per one small coin. One small coin 20 years ago was 299. Today it is 2,532, but a few months ago it was 2,600. So actually it is still on the top, and it's been on the top of around 2,500, 2,600 for months now. It is really good price. And what does that means? That means in 20 years ago, if you had gold, that was worth 177k, and you exchange this gold for one house, you would have one house, okay? You had gold, the price of that gold was 177 on the market, and that was average house price in the United Kingdom in 2005. So you would exchange this gold for just average house in the United Kingdom 20 years ago. However, this gold today is 9 times more expensive than then. So it is a 900 profit, pure profit, 800 pure profit, okay, net. It is 900% more than 177 then. So what does this mean? That now, if you multiply 177k by 9, which is 900, then you will have this number, 1.6. What this number represents? This number represents 1.6 million, so 1,600,000 pounds. So if you kept your gold for last 20 years in your pocket, you would have, for the same quantity of gold, 1,600,000 pounds. If you bought the house for that gold 20 years ago, today that house would be, let's say, this 100% more, or 80%, as actually 80%, because the Halifax shows that the house price rose only, the rise in house price was average was 80% only, okay? 80 or 70, or other data shows that it was only 60 in 20 years, okay? It depends which area, it depends which house, because many houses been demolished and rebuilt, the developers rebuilt the new houses there, and or that was refurbished, flipped, invested so much money in it, and then the price been rising. But this is not the same house, but it's a new house actually that been refurbished. Now you can buy for 1.6 mil 5.5 houses. So your gold would give you now almost 6 houses. The same gold as 20 years ago that gave you one house, today would give you almost 6 houses in the United Kingdom, but not like a dump holes with the rotten brick. No, that would give you very nice houses with the average house price of 300,000 pounds. Okay, so that means that the housing market was so bad investment. Of course, you would then rent. If you rent those houses, okay, but you need to have a lot of those houses, okay. You would have to have like 20-30 of those houses to go on with the profit, because you must invest those money and go to those houses, refurbish them, fix them, pay taxes, hit them, and that's a lot of work. But we are talking about the pure investment that not requiring any work, and gold be not requiring any work, because gold just, you can keep it in your cupboard or whatever. I don't know where you want to keep it, in safe, in bank, I don't know, in some safe place. So housing market was in the United Kingdom was very bad. Okay, is this then? Stupid people may comment. They say, "Oh, that's happening everywhere." No, it's not happening everywhere, because many houses in Europe, in many countries in Europe, let's say in Poland, actually gained around 500, gained much more, because we're so cheap, and now those are on the same level than like in the United Kingdom, actually, and there are more countries like this, like Croatia, like Hungary, and many other countries are like that the housing market actually boomed there. I'm not telling it is good, because it is probably probably overpriced, it is bad, but we are talking about pure investment now, and the pure investment says the housing market is very bad, the gold was very good, and if the Bank of England and the government of the United Kingdom will proceed the same way as been proceeding in last 20 years, it will happen again. That's it. You can say, oh no, that will not happen again. Well, it's been happening for last 20 years, and it been happening for 30 years and for 40 years and for 50 years. Housing market in the United Kingdom been over long time ago, but people still don't understand this because they read and they watch mainstream media, and usually those people in this mainstream media, they don't know nothing, they only look good, and they read some text that is produced for them. They are not they are not people, they are just individuals that read for them some news. That's it. They don't tell you the truth. They read something that is given to them, on the big screen. That's it. So if you are reading mainstream media, if you are watching mainstream media and you think you know something, that you don't know nothing, then it is even worse to think that you know something watching it. I know many people and they say, oh, I know politics, I know this, I know that, and I ask them, how you know this? I watch TV. Oh, it's worse than not watching TV. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the market in the United Kingdom, the housing market in the United Kingdom is the worst investment that you can make if that will happen again. No penny, no British pound, no dollar should go there. If you have a lot of money, if they are printing, so you see, if they are printing money, you see, in the United Kingdom that there are families, aristocracy, and they've got so much money that for them it is obvious, but not for you. And they need you to believe it to keep their wealth. Okay, that's it. That's it. To keep their wealth, and so to remortgage them, etc., etc. Okay. How on earth is this happening that Halifax is showing that the average house price is 299, the Office for National Statistics shows 296, okay, etc., etc. This data even match up. So, ladies and gentlemen, if that will happen again, what happened in last 20 years, then maybe buying house for yourself if you want to live in it, is different. But pure investment for normal people ended now. There is a lot of money around. There is a lot of British pounds printed in 2020. There is a lot of money in economy, but it is not your money, and that money can be invested in overpriced houses. I am telling this is like with there are a lot of dollars around the world because they print, they produce, and if they print, they produce, they can bring you those dollars because if let's say some fund will come to you and they tell you, I've got 100 mil in dollars, please buy for me houses. They don't care how much they pay because this money must be spent because being printed, okay, and you will take it, but soon the dollar will go down. Now what is happening? Dollar 2-3 years ago and British pound was 20-30% more expensive to many currencies. Now it is dropping. To many currencies. 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. In many dollar and British pound, to many currencies in last 3 years lost around 20-25%. Okay, because they are now spending this money. They pumping this printed money. Okay, but the dollar has a good place because it's a worldwide currency that people use it, but people don't need to use British pound. That's why British pound is in a worse situation. That's why this what we see is in a very bad situation. That's why the housing market in the United Kingdom can be even worse off than in last 20 years. Even worse off, twice worse. The Great Britain can become third world country if they proceed the same way in 30 years. Please subscribe my channel, please follow. I hope to see you soon.